Hello again. This is Evervest. This is my DNA of podcast, live podcast. I'll be talking about my song Supernova. Um, as you can see, I'll start with the cover. This one, I really didn't put a lot of work into the cover. I couldn't really find an image that really spoke to me the most, so I kind of just did did my face, like a picture of me, and then just like something like blowing up. And it does have some kind of like a deeper meaning, like because for me, it was like my inner world was blowing up, so that's why it has like my hands out like that, like, I was inwardly blowing up as everything outwardly was blowing up. So again, so I'll go to the chorus. So, like a supernova, when it all blows up, you show up. And so that's the chorus. So of course that goes with the cover. Um Usually my inspiration for these songs, they usually come from a beat that I already been listening to. So I really like beats. So I listen to a lot of different beats on YouTube. This is a beat um that I really like from um I believe his name is Christian Asaf, producer. He's on YouTube, and this is a beat from his beats that he have that I really liked it. And so this is a beat I've had for like I would say maybe like 6 months, maybe a year, that I listen to every now and then. Um, Usually it was for my workouts because I like listening to beats when I work out. But back to the song. So at the time, what the backstory for this song was, it was my I had just finished college, and so I had applied for a government job that I wanted, and it pretty much was the only job that I wanted. So there wasn't another one that I really wanted to go for. So of course, I put in the work. I applied and everything, and you know, I'm believing God for this job because I kind of like it was the beginning of my walk with God as well. So it was kind of like I really had a lot of faith at the time. So I was just like, oh, God made a way for me to pay for the school because I didn't have no financial aid, and so I had someone that I was working for that ended up paying for my whole like semester that I had left. All glory be to God, and I was very grateful, and I was, really, that just increased my faith to like believe for bigger things. And so the next big thing was that job that I wanted. And it's a very competitive field. So, without no experience, it would it's not impossible. It could happen. So, I was just believing God for that. I honestly, by being honest, I didn't actually ask for his will. I'm gonna be 100%. I didn't. I kind of just thought by him paying for my school, that means that he definitely gonna give me this job. So I kind of like, I would always pray like that. I always pray like, oh, God, let your will be done. But in the back of my head, I actually was hoping that his will was my will, which is to get this job. So I'm working at a school at the time, and pretty much um, when I had got the notification that that I didn't get the job. These government jobs, of course, they take like 9 months to a year for them to finish the application process. So um, it took more than that for me. It took about like a year and a half, and after a year and a half, then I finally got my my letter telling me that they didn't choose me for the job. So I was really crushed. I'm gonna be 100%. I was crushed. I was like disappointed. Everything kind of started crashing and burning after that, because I did kind of, in the sense, for my future plans, that was what I was betting for, is that job. And so, um, not that I hated my job that I had. It's just like it wasn't my plan for my life, so I wasn't planning on staying past. After I got the job, I was already planning on leaving. So pretty much that's kind of how the song started. Around that time, I was very disappointed. I kind of got really depressed and everything. And, at this time I had just started my music too. So I was kind of, anytime I would get discouraged or anything like that, I would, make a song out of it. I would choose a beat or something and, try to just encourage myself in the Lord, pretty much is what I was doing. But at the same time, I was trying to just also exercise my faith, like to actually do songs that I finished, not just choruses, but just like songs. And so it started off like that. So I was, like I always do, I'll go through my list of beats that I have, and I pretty much would just, go through them, see which one is speaking to me, and then I would kind of just go from there. So at this time, when I listened to this beat again, is when I heard like my chorus for it, and so it started off like that. Um, Again, when I heard the chorus, it was kind of like I didn't fully understand because I was like, how am I gonna make a song about something that you haven't got me through yet? And so I was really hesitant, and it took a long time to finish it because, just me and my own thoughts getting in the way. Like the song, like a supernova, when it all blows up, you show up. So it's like, okay, but you haven't showed up yet. So again, I had the chorus, and I kind of, if I'm being honest, I wrote a little bit on the song, but I didn't really like what I was writing because again, he didn't show up yet. So I was kind of like I didn't know what to write about. So I kind of left it alone. And then I had another what I call a blow up. I had another blow up a little bit later on, maybe 6 months after that, and it was um, me crashing my car pretty much, and it was totaled. And so at the same time, I wasn't working because I had also, like my job didn't sign, like it's a contract job, so they didn't sign my contract again, so I didn't have a job, so I'm on unemployment. So, and I'm making way less on unemployment, and so I'm trying to balance that. Um, with not getting the job that I wanted. So now I'm also trying to figure out what I want to do as far as career wise. And then 6 months after that, I just kind of then I wrecked my car and I totaled it out. And so I don't have a job at the time. So I was like, okay, I need to move back home. I knew that was kind of like the only option. Um, and so that's pretty much what I did. I moved home, which that was the biggest blow up for me because I did not want to move back home. I like having my own space. And so, that plus losing my car, that mean like the area I was in, I liked the area I was in. So I had, a new church I was going to, and I was, really meeting some milestones for my own growth and development, like that I wanted to do. And moving back home, my mom lives in like Pueblo, so it's like Pueblo, aka the wilderness, is what I call it because it looks like that. And so where my mom's house is, there's nothing around for like at least the closest thing they have is like a Dollar General or something, but there's really nothing else. Like for 10 minutes away, like from our house, is nothing. So, for me, it was like the wilderness. There was nothing popping in Pueblo, so I was like, I would like to go back to the Springs, but I just couldn't. I didn't have it financially, so it was a big blow up for me. And so again, I haven't looked at the song for a while. 6 months. So when I looked at it again, and I was really at the time feeling called to do music, like finish the songs that I have. So um, I I had recorded my seeking song, which I talked about in a couple episodes before, and so now I'm working on all my songs, and this is the next one that I was working on because I had just got the blow up, and then I was, I still, even though I was even, this is my second, third disappointment at this point, and so I still have a little faith left. I'm gonna be honest, still had mustard seed out there, and so I was still making a song, and I finished it pretty quick. I mean, I finished like maybe the first half, and um at the hospital when I had to go like for a family member or something, and I was waiting for them. So I finished that first part and then the second part. And so the song really touches base how I was feeling and what I was really battling between my own thoughts and emotions about all that was happening. And then like not really seeing God move like I've seen them before, and so for me, it was like discouraging to like extreme amounts. So in the song it says, this disappointment is telling me to be done with you, but I know that's not the truth because like for real, like disappointment was screaming at me, like it was loud. Where it was like, I don't even want to do this no more, bro. I don't got time for this. Like I'm at home, I don't even know what I want to do with my life, and I have no money and I have to stay home and my mom and my parents work. So it's literally like I'm just at this in this big house by myself. And so that's pretty much like for Supernova. Please go ahead and go and listen to it. Tell me what you think. If you have any more questions, um, my first couple songs, the like, of course, I mean, the first couple episodes, one of them was like 18 minutes or so. These ones are kind of shorter because I've been working on these for a while, and so it wasn't a lot of work that I need to do once I, moved back home. Once I did that, I mean, the songs were kind of flowing really quickly, and so yeah. Again, I'll be talking about my next song in the next episode, episode 6. It's gonna be "Done Being Numb." So stay tuned.